A blind boy sat on the steps in front of the building with a box at his feet, and he put up a sign that read, "I am blind. Please help me." But there were only a few coins in the hat. A passerby passed by. He took out a few coins from his pocket, put them in the hat. Then he picked up the sign and turned it over to write a few words on the other side, and then he turned the sign to the side where he wrote and put it back, so that everyone who passed by could see the words on the sign. Soon the money in the hat increased, and more people gave money to help the blind child. That afternoon, the person who rewrote the sign came back to check the situation. The boy recognized his footsteps and asked, "Are you the person who helped me rewrite the sign this morning?" "What did you write?" The man said, "I just wrote the truth. I said what you said, but in a different way. What I wrote is, today is a beautiful day, but I can't see it." Both signs tell people that the boy is blind, but the first sign simply states this fact, while the second sign tells people that they are lucky to be able to see the beautiful colors that the blind person will never see. Should we be surprised that the second sign will have a better effect? When life gives you 100 reasons to cry, you take out 1,000 reasons to smile at. In the United States, a doctor from China, unable to find a job, decided to open his own clinic. To attract customers, he hung a sign outside the clinic that read, "Treat any disease for $10. If the treatment is not successful, $50 will be refunded." This unique advertisement caught the attention of an American lawyer who thought it was a good opportunity to make money. The lawyer visited the clinic for the first time and told the doctor that he had lost his sense of taste. The doctor instructed the nurse to take a medicine from box number 1 and drop 3 drops into the lawyer's mouth. After tasting the flavor of gasoline, the lawyer was shocked and questioned why the doctor gave him gasoline to drink. The doctor smiled and replied, "Congratulations, your sense of taste has been restored. Please pay me 10. A few days later, feeling humiliated, the lawyer returned to the clinic, this time claiming that he had lost his memory and couldn't remember anything. The doctor asked the nurse to take the same medicine from box number 1 and drop 3 drops into the lawyer's mouth. The lawyer shouted, "Are you even a doctor? Last time you made me drink gasoline, and now again." The doctor said, "Congratulations, your memory has been restored. Please pay me another $10. A week later, determined to win back $50 from the doctor, the lawyer visited the clinic, claiming that his vision had become very weak and he could see nothing. This time, the doctor stated that he didn't have any medicine to treat vision problems and handed the lawyer $50. The lawyer counted the money and immediately pointed out that it was only $15. The doctor smiled and responded, "Congratulations, your vision has been restored. Please pay me $10. The husband said to his wife, "I miss my family. I hope you can prepare lunch tomorrow so I can invite them. It's been a long time since we haven't seen each other." The wife sighed and said, "If God willing, okay." The husband said, "Okay, I'll invite them." The next morning, the husband went to work and came home at 1 o'clock and said to his wife, "Did you make lunch? My family will come in an hour. I didn't cook because your family is not a stranger. They can eat the existing things at home." The wife said. The husband was very angry. "May God forgive you. Why didn't you tell me yesterday that you weren't going to cook? They will be here soon. What should I do?" The wife said, "Call them and apologize. After all, they are not strangers." The husband left the house angrily. A few minutes later, someone knocked on the door. The wife got up to open the door and was surprised to see her family, brothers, sisters, and children. The wife's father asked, "Where is your husband?" The woman said to her father, "He just left." The father said, "Your husband invited us to lunch yesterday. How could he invite us and then run out by himself?" The wife was stunned when she heard her father's words, started rubbing her hands, and felt that the food at home was not suitable for her family. She called her husband and said, "Why didn't you tell me you invited my family to lunch?" The husband said to his wife, "My family and your family are no different." The wife said to her husband, "Please bring ready-made food when you come back. There is not much food at home." The husband said, "I am now far away from home, and your family is not a stranger. Use the food at home to cook for them, just like the one you prepared for my family." Two good friends were crossing the desert, and on the way, they had an argument over a trivial matter. Kafka slapped Burton in the face, and Burton felt hurt by the slap. However, he didn't say a word, just wrote on the sand with a gloomy expression. Today, my best friend slapped me in the face. At this moment, Kafka walked over and said, "Hurry up and leave." They continued walking, and suddenly discovered an oasis ahead, where they rested and replenished the water source. At this moment, Burton accidentally got stuck in a quagmire. In a crisis, Kafka worked hard to rescue Burton. Fortunately, Burton was not in any serious condition. After Burton woke up, he immediately wrote on a stone, "Today, my best friend saved my life." After slapping his face and rescuing him, Kafka asked him, "After I hit you, you wrote on the sand, but now you write on the stone. Why?" Burton's answer, "When we are hurt by others, we should write it on the sand. That way, the tolerant wind will quickly erase it. But when we receive help from others, we engrave it on stones. The grateful heart remembers things that the wind will not easily erase." One night when Beethoven went out for a walk to look for musical inspiration and passed by a small house with an open door, he heard someone inside practicing his work. He stopped to listen and thought about something secretly when he accidentally heard a girl inside say, "How wonderful it would be if I could hear a real musician perform." Beethoven walked in and noticed a blind girl sitting at the piano with a young man standing beside her. Beethoven politely asked, "Do you mind if I play for you?" Although they didn't know who this stranger was, they still kindly expressed their willingness to listen to him perform. He sat down at the piano and began to play. He played so well that they were all immersed in the wonderful music. Even the lonely candle in the room went out, and the moon sent light into the room, and he still played there. When he finished playing, the little girl woke up from being immersed in the music and seemed to think of something. When he left, the moon in the night sky seemed even brighter. The girl's appreciation of music inspired him, and the wonderful atmosphere inside and outside the room influenced him. His inspiration was inspired, so he quickly ran home and composed the famous Moonlight Sonata.